What is going on, people, and welcome to a brand new video. And in this one I'm going to give you some essential tips for graphics design. Now, I'm actually not professional in any way. I just do it in my spare time. I enjoy doing it. I'm still learning quite a lot, so I think I can actually teach you a couple tips and a couple rules to follow to make your graphic designs a lot better. As I said, I'm no professional in any way. I just think I'm half decent and I can teach other people some things. So tip number one is actually what I'm doing right now in the background of this video. It's practice. Just keep practicing whenever you've got spare time. I don't mean fucking dedicate your life to it. I just mean whenever you're bored, whenever you're extremely bored and you fancy having to go on Photoshop or whatever you use to edit photos, just practice. What I like doing, I like making advertisements for companies. Obviously, I'm actually doing it for profit. I'm just doing it for practice. You know, look at that company's style, look at their advertisements that they've done before, and try and recreate something in a similar style, just with your own twist on it. The saying, if you don't use it, you lose it, applies it really does apply to Photoshop and graphics in general, because if you don't use Photoshop enough, you're going to forget where things are, you're going to forget how to do certain things. So practice is the most important thing you can do. It's like playing football. If you practice a lot at football, anyone can be good at it. If you practice enough at anything, you will become really good at it. This does take time and you do have to be patient, but some people actually pick it up remarkably quick. I'd say I'm a bit slower to pick it up, but you know, it's a gradual process, and that's why I said you've got to be patient. So just get your head down and keep practicing. Now, tip number two, you need to know that less is actually more. Now, the amount of times when I started doing, using Photoshop and stuff like that, the amount of times I have oversaturated my thumbnails or my banners, it's just remarkable. The company Apple is actually a prime example of this. Now, I'm not saying they make brilliant phones, but I'm saying that their marketing strategies are actually really good. They're simple, straight to the point, and right in your face. Like your dad's bollocks. I'm kidding, but you see what I mean. Less is more. You don't need to completely have a shit ton of information right on the front page. I actually used to do this on my thumbnails. I had this thumbnail style which was absolute cancer. I would just completely oversaturate it with text, colours, backgrounds, all that sort of stuff. It just didn't look good. But now I've changed up my shit. Everything now is simple. Well, somewhat simple anyway. It's easy to understand, easy to read, easy to get a grip of. In some areas it is good to have dense amounts of information, but if you want it to be user friendly and you want it to look, aesthetically pleasing and easy to get a grip of, less is definitely more. Now, the next tip is contrast with text and images. Now, I'm not just talking about colours here, I'm on about style, shapes, curves, edges, all that sort of stuff. I actually put some of these to the practice in the thing that I'm creating in the background. It's like a fake ad for Intel's processors. Now, if you see, it says welcome to our family or something at the top, something like that. That's kind of like a bold, straight font, and in the descriptions of the actual processors, there's like a really curved, fancy sort of font. If you've ever heard of the term opposites attract, this is so true for graphic design. If you've got a really blocky text for the title, try like a really fancy text for the actual description, or any subtext that you've got. That was just my neck cracking. That is not healthy. Maybe you're putting a background to an image. Maybe that image has got some sharp edges on it. Try a round background. That will contrast really nice with it, and opposites do definitely attract. This also goes for colours. If you've got a light background, have dark text. If you've got dark text, use a light background. I just said the exact same thing. Anyway, I'm just trying to say, if you use the same fonts, use the same type of colours for everything, it's just going to look plain and boring. Speaking of not being plain and boring, my final tip is go outside your comfort zone. I'm actually going outside my comfort zone here in this, in the little background shit. I'm making an ad. I've never done that before. All I've done is made logos and banners, so I've stepped outside of my comfort zone and tried to make an ad. Now, I know it doesn't look brilliant, but as I said, I'm still learning. You can learn anything no matter how long you've been in the business. The term "you can't teach an old dog new tricks" is not true at all. No matter how long you've been doing graphics design, there's always more to learn. And by stepping outside your comfort zone, that is one of the best ways to learn. You'll learn new styles, new ways to do things, new methods, and you never know, you might even be really good at it. So don't be afraid to take risks, it could pay off. So, a summary: practice, less is more, contrast with text and images, and go outside of your comfort zone. Those are the 4 pillars of graphic design, and those are, in my opinion, the essentials that you need to know. As I said, I'm not professional in any way. I do it as a hobby, and I'd say I'm somewhat decent. Anyway, people, if you did like this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have been Disconnected Designs, and I will see you in the next video.